Hello dear friends, hope you all are doing well. So first important point is the contribution of Hahnemann in medicine. So first we only discuss the point which you will write under this heading. You will write all your explanation. So Hahnemann introduced the homeopathy. So due to this homeopathy introduction, he mostly overcome many theories which at that time was more prevalent and that in immense time, that is they shifting from blood relating to blood bank, that is by using leeches copying. This method used to excrete out the poisonous blood which causes the disease. At that time many people are believe this causes disease, so excreting this poisonous blood they will enhance the cure. That's why this false method was completely discarded by Dr. Hahnemann by using the term that he used, that blood is the fluid of the life. It maintains the homeostasis in the body. The first things which he explained, first these things. He also generate the from polypharmacy to simplex, means at that time many people are believe and use polypharmacy system. What does it means? Many medicine are used to cure the disease, means particular if headache, nausea, vomiting, three things happen, then they will give three medicine for that three symptoms. So these things is discarded by Dr. Hahnemann, and using simplex, means they use single simplex medicine for the treatment purpose. Then generalization to individualization, means act of generalization. They give same medicine for that same symptom to all people, but individual by study the nosological theory. But Dr. Hahnemann emphasis on individualization. So these things he also contribute towards the medicinal society. Reform the treatment of insane. At that time insane are treated by the shock or torture, but Dr. Hahnemann convert this system into sympathy treatment the ill mind by sympathetically treatment will done by Dr. Hahnemann. So these things also a good result for the practice. Then chemistry, he is a good chemistry. He gives the chemical elements towards the society, means he having profound great chemistry. If he not engaged in the founding homeopathy, then he become a profound chemist, because he contributes towards the chemistry is very large which can't explain. So in this heading you also write then new diseases. So he described that disease are caused due to the immunity loss, means emphasis on the basis of immunity, not on the basis of a microorganism which before was treated method for that society. Then now we go towards the different edition of organon, that is in this edition 1810, 1819, 1824, 1829, 1833, 1921. So you can remember by remember one year, then add 9, then add 5, then 5, then 4, that is then 4, then 78. So this is the apogem. 1810 250 apogem was written in 1819. There is a 318. It is a printing mistake, because there will be actually 315 is a. So in this way we give the brief edition and their content. So first edition title is Organon of Rational Art and Medicine. There is a small introduction, no table of content, and then Dr. Hahnemann introduced a poem of a Geller. This edition was translated by C.W. Wheeler in 1913 by Germany to English. Second edition was in 1919, apogem 318, German language. Title is Organon of Healing Art. Here the rational art is present, but here the Organon of Healing Art is introduced. The actual number is 315. Number is 315, but due to the printing mistake after 219, that's why it is written as a 318 is present. There is a modification helikunde to helikunste. The helikunde means medical science, helikunste means healing art. Content, there is introduction of a chapter. Introduction chapter was found, and the criticism which is appear in the first edition will give the answer by this second edition. The translation is occurs in 1824, that is German to French. Third edition, what is the it is also called as improved edition. It is content 317 apogem having 1824. It is published. Here the printing mistake occurred, that's why it is written as a 320. Fourth edition, which is important, written in 1829, published 292 upper gym, German language. So title is the organon of a healing heart. Here the organon of a healing heart is introduced. Theory, it contains the theory of a chronic disease. Psoriatic myasthenia is first time introduced in this, with introduction part of organon was introduced. Another common question is asked, that is the difference between 5th edition and 6th edition. 5th edition is 1833, having 294 apogem, German language. Title is Organon of a Healing Act. Content theory of vital force, theory of drug digestion. No new scale is published. Here in 6th edition there is a 50 millisiemens scale is published. Here the vital force is which is written in theory form, that is replaced to vital principle, and the dynamic drug dynamization is replaced to dynamic influence, which is written in 11th apogem footnote. Also 282 there is a repetition of a dose was introduced. Before that Dr. Henneman is completely avoided the repetition before the edition. Now one important question is come mode of treatment, allopathy, antipathy, differentiation, or homeopathy. So allopathy term word meaning allo means dissimilar, pathos means suffering, medicine given having no direct relation to pathology. So allopathy definition is that allopathy it is a mode of whose medicine are having no direct relation to pathological. Consequently there is neither similar nor opposite but quite heterogeneous morbid state of symptom of a disease given where the medicine is given. It is written in 22 upper gym. So this definition you should look after from 22 upper gym. There is no fixed relation between drug and the disease. So medicine is quite given in opposite relation to disease. Sometimes medicine may be similar to relation of to disease. What are the theories? It is depend upon the materialistic concept of it apply the medicine on pathological and physiological point of view. It is a destructive mode of treatment, that is palliative, practical, and substitutive. Parasital and a substitutive mode of treatment. There is a local concept was by local concept the principle is on local concept based on the animal laboratory experiment. Treatment by name and a common symptom. Specific medicine for specific disease is given. Massive heroic dose was given. There is no fixed principle. What is the disadvantage? Disadvantage is that there is only the attack part, at least it acts only the disease part, ruins the patient constitution, weaken the patient, suspend the origin of a weak disease. So it causes the origin of a disease temporarily arrested, unable to cure the disease, and make more incurable the disease. What is the example of then we go towards the antipathy. Antipathy word meaning means anti means opposite, pathy means suffering. It is principle contrary contradicts current given by Dr. C. Gallen. Example: opium give for pain, diarrhea, sleeplessness, night cough; purgative for constipation; cold water for burning; warm bath for chillness; cantharides for weakness of bladder; digitalis for slow pulses; merits palliation necessary for emergency cases. So it is having merit and it is useful in the sudden accident, injury, drowning, poisoning cases. Patient get confidence by momentary relief. Demerits, what is the demerits? That is all symptom cannot be removed. Total cure is impossible. Transient amelioration. Chronic disease after antibiotic treatment always becomes uncurable. Then isopathy. Iso means similar. Pathy means suffering. Axiom. It is based on the symptom, the system which having disease part. From this disease part, the medicine prepared and given to that person of that disease. Disease of the same continuation principle that produce it will give that medicine. Efficacy only selective cases are curable. Application same person having same matter are applied. But homeopathy medicine which having similar symptom to the disease, having symptom similarity but different in kind. Here the merit is that certainty is clear. Application in the healthy human being, only symptom if correspond. Then nature's law of cure. Nature's law of cure is that the weaker dynamic affection is permanently extinguished in the living organism by a stronger one, if the latter is very similar to former one but different in kind. Intro, that is in nature's law of cure, is based on the different observation and natural experiment done by the Dr. Henneman. I only discuss only the points. You should remember this point and go your exam and explain all that point. Okay. Using fine observation and inductive method of reasoning or deductive, he established the law of similia and the art of healing. The example, nature's law of, we can find in the physical, moral, and the disease part. In physical, 26 upper gym footnote, it is written that Jupiter sign cannot visible if the sun's ray was present. The optic nerve cannot recognize the Jupiter sign, as because the sun is the stronger one and Jupiter is the weaker one. Then smell, if snuffing occur, Peter scratch still fulfill. Then moral, the sorrow and the joy. If anybody having relative death occur, then the sorrow is only minimized when you give more sorrowful situation, then that sorrow will be removed. Joy, if we give coffee, then joy will be removed. Then disease, smallpox, blindness, deafness, testicle swelling, dysentery, ophthalmia, it cures and it also produces this disease. Cowpox also give eczema, paralysis, intermittent fever, also it cures this disease. About case taking. Case taking is described in 1830, 1883 to 104. 83, Apogee had explained that the examination of a case of an individual is that what is the applicable for that individual case, physician should notice by case taking. So this physician should have freedom from prejudice, sound senses, attention in observation, fidelity in a draw picture of a case. In 90 there is given the condition when the person entering the timid or fast or slow, how the expression sad or mild or cheerful, how it is greeting the physician, it is, you should observe that things. In 94 apogee it is written that the data collection means what is the name of the patient, job, place, sex. In 86 it is written that chief complaint, what is the chief complaint he started, and after he explained you should ask what is the concept of the chief complaint, sudden or gradual, duration of the pain, characteristics of the pain, which side of pain start, find unusual character if he keep silent without interpreting. These things are unless the patient comes another disease part, you should prohibited him. At that time you should silently hear her voice. 84 appointment is written. Then a phrase line within every new circumstances if you explain. Then modalities. In 86 it is written about the modalities. 86 it is written about that is in physician should written the phrase complaint, chief complaint of the physician should first written, then give a space, then previous medicine if you taken, then written, then accessory complaint from head to tail, past history, family history all should be asked. Menses if the female, then menses before, after, during, what are the physical general appearance, hair color, these things you should ask. Then appetite is good or bad, craving, desire. Craving means just like a person who like very much sweet, after dinner he can't wait without cannot sleep without getting sweet, so this is cravingness. Desire means that is wine desire, sometimes he require wine, if wine not present it is okay for him. Then perspiration, where first occur, how the smell, what is the odor, stool, urine, thermal, chillier, sleep, then dream, sensitivity, sun or moon, anything, smell of the food, tight clothing, then senses of noise. These all things are written in the 89 point wise. Then temperament, moral and mental and physical, expressive or intellectual, comprehension, reading, idea, hobby, how is the moral, helping nature or obliged or love. These things are not say by the patient, you should only recognize is it in the mode of treatment. Temperament, anger or weeping or timid, emotion, forgiveness or sensitivity is present if anxiety, attachment, money, name, fame, if occur, these things we also accept. In 92 it is written that on serious cases you should avoid case taking, because at that time if you go for the case taking, the disease may progress to many difficult serious condition. That's why on the symptom similarity you give the medicine. So in 92 on serious cases of disease, how to you proceed for the medicine written. In private cases 93 opposite 96 there is a hypochondrial patient, how to case taking will. Then artificial chronic disease classification we will discuss. Artificial chronic disease occurs due to the allopathy medicine, due to the long violent heroic doses. It is most incurable. In this heading you will write how it is most incurable, why it is violent abuse action. In order to maintain the artificial, what should we do, then what is the prognosis, then what are the example of the artificial, that is gastritis, immunosuppressants, vitamin B12 if occur, you give the omeprazole or this causes more and more disease progression. Treatment, how to we go for treatment, vital force becomes too weak, so that we left for the years to then appropriate medicinal aid, eradication of the chronic migraine. This is artificial chronic disease. point you should write in your exam. Then true chronic disease. What are the things you should write in true chronic disease? That is, it is imperceptible beginning. It having no or progress is not measurable, unsetable, useless resistance, suffer until the organism is death, cost how it is occur. Then due to the chronic myasm, true chronic diseases lame themselves without treat, goes on increase in worse and causes the torment towards the life. Then what is pseudo chronic disease? What is Sora syphilis psychosis? Sora is most anxious, destructive. Syphilis is occurs due to the impure cohesion. If venereal cancer is occur, if we not treatment, then primary syphilitic condition over where injurious treatment causes secondary syphilis. But if the psychosis in that time, what happens? The gonorrheal disease occur. If we give external medication, then it leads to secondary psychosis. Next important is lecture 5. So lecture 5 is lecture 5 where written that discrimination as maintaining external causes and surgical cases. So this is belongs to apogem 4. You should write the apogem 4 and all the heading I shall read. You should write on the under this heading that keep everything in its place in right order. Example, hygiene should be maintained. One who suffering from conscience does not need a surgeon but a priest. So example, broken bone, orthopedics required, toothache, dentist required. But physician must know the discrimination between man and a repair house. So must know the things that derange the health and remove them. Example, splinter, pressing nerve. So please remove the splinter, then you get the relief. So exciting cause of acute disease, fundamental cause and accessory cause you should write in this lecture. Then acute disease is based on miasmatic and mimicking sickness. Miasmatic means true, mimicking is false. Then acute disease is having prodromal period of progress, period of decline. But chronic having prodromal period of progress, but no period of decline. Then acute disease have a special susceptibility. On that you should write the children, adult, how they get disease, how their susceptibility changes. Then Sora in all contagious, each vesicle Sora correspond to state of man in which it is desired so much economic to vary uttermost suscept a surrounding element. So what are the factors which affecting Sora? Then the rearrangement of a lifestyle, how it causes the rearrangement of a body. Then allopathic principle, false theory you should write in this also in this chapter. Then lecture 12 also important because here the written removal of a totality of symptom causes removal of a disease. So in this lecture if asked, then you should write 17, 18, 19 apogem and all this heading. So causes are continued to effect and causes are continued to ultimate. So what is the ultimate effect of the disease? What is organ pathology? Structure changes of the kidney, liver, ovary. These are the organ pathology. If occur, then there is a sign and there is less chance of a cure. Then totality cannot be removing the cause. So without knowing the totality, you can remove the cause. Totality of symptom means a good deal. So in this all heading with 18, 17, 19. Here 19 it is like how we do cure, how to remove disease. 17 it is written that what is totality of symptom. 18 also written that the how a proper remedy we choice, what is the sole indication of a choice of a proper remedy is all these apogem you should write then under this heading. Then one important that is 33 and 32 there is evaluation and value of symptom was written. So in the evaluation of symptom you should written what is the Kent symptom classification, general, common, particular. In general all symptoms are represented by I. In common there is a in rashes, redness in the measles, fever with thirst. These are the common symptoms. But particular is that in measles rash if not present, fever without thirst. These are the particular case. So gradation of the symptom in first grade, second grade, third grade. First grade is the recorded by the prover, second grade is recorded by the few prover, third grade is not recorded by prover here now and then. It is a first grade is a confirmatory reproving symptom, second grade system is a confirmed reproving. It is not, third grade is not proved. First grade is cure upon sick, second grade is occasionally cure upon sick, third grade is not confirmed cure of not very bad to cure upon sick. I only mention attention and hallucination, all others I will provide. And if you want more Another thing is that logic is commonly asked. So how logic is applicable in the exact observation, correct interpretation, rational explanation, scientific construction. These are the 4 points by which the homeopathy based on the inductive logic. So another things you of inductive and deductive, that is a definition, the how the homeopathy principle based on inductive logic you should remember. So this is we conclude our today's topic, and let's see what are the questions asked in our exam from this discussion. So this is our exam question. Inductive logic, which we discuss, also comes knowledge of physician, apogem 3, maintaining cause, that is Kent lecture 3 is also come, accessory circumstances come, ego attention is we discuss, it comes. So this is our question. Hope you all doing well in this exam. All the best. Thank you.